Hey guys, this is Kristen at Beantown Vapor, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Sigelei 213. I have the original one. It's made with zinc alloy for the metal and carbon fiber wrapped. So the carbon fiber is very durable. I've dropped it on the pavement a few times. See there, you can kind of see a scratch on the paint, but the actual metal is really durable. So this is good for someone who is clumsy like me. So anyway, we're going to talk about the preheat power adjustment settings and some other settings on the mod, because it can be really confusing if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and overwhelming when you first buy it. So this is just a quick how-to. So guys, we're gonna go over the different settings and modes on this mod. So I just put this tank on. Has my cool half moon drip tip on it. I'm using the Cleto tank. I'm using a 0.4 ohm stainless steel 316 coil for the Cleto. So I'm gonna show you how to do the preheat power adjustment and read the resistance of the coil. So right now it's on wattage mode. If I wanted to just run this on wattage mode with a brand new coil, I would, start it off a lot lower than that and, primer puff it and everything. But I have to be wary of what I have set my preheat power adjustment to. So to get to the preheat power adjustment menu, I press the top button and the fire button at the same time, and I keep holding it until the menu pops up. So it's at 47.6 watts. I use the fire button to navigate to the seconds. So basically it'll hit at 47.6 watts for the first 0.52 seconds. So on wattage mode, that is true. Temperature control is a little bit different, and I'll explain that when we get to it. But since I just put a brand new coil in, I don't want it to hit that high. So I'm actually going to go back into the menu, and I'm going to turn down the wattage because it's a brand new coil. I don't want to burn it out, and the seconds are fine. I just don't want it to hit at 60 watts for the first, half a second while I'm priming the coil. So anyway, I go ahead and prime the coil. Now, say I want to vape it at 50.8 watts. We like to do that around here, 508 area code. So hold down the top navigation button and the fire button again to get into the preheat power adjustment. You have to press them at the same time, or obviously the mod will fire. So I'm going to actually use the up and down buttons to turn up my mod. This coil on wattage mode, this is the 0.4 stainless steel coil, so it's rated for 55 to 65 watts. So I'm just going to have my ramp up time be like half a second. It'll fire at 65 watts ish. So for the first half second, it'll heat the coil up pretty hot, and then it'll cool back down to 50.8, which is where I have it. So if I want to change that, I just use the up and down buttons, but I like it at 0.5 seconds. So yeah, that's wattage mode. Alright, so to go to temp control, we're gonna go into the main menu. So to go to the main menu, to select which mode you want, you press the fire button fast 3 times. So right now it's on power. That's stainless steel, titanium, nickel, TCR, TFR. You don't have to worry about that. Those two, most people don't even use those. So I use stainless steel mode because I have a stainless steel coil in. The really cool thing about this mod is that it has the different settings for each stainless steel wire. So I have a stainless steel 316 coil, so I'm going to use the fire button to select that. These are my navigation buttons again. So I want Fahrenheit, so I'm going to select Fahrenheit. And, you know, this coil is rated for 450 to 530 degrees Fahrenheit. It goes up by 5s. So anyway, I'm just going to leave it closer down because it is a brand new coil. But before I hit my mod in temperature control, I have to read the resistance of the coil. So I'm going to hold down both navigational menu buttons at the same time. And it says resistance. I'm going to scroll over, click read. It's at 0.417. So I'm actually going to lock it there so that I get an accurate vape in temp control. So it said lock and then hold to lock resistance. So you just hold the button really quick. So I'm actually going to go into my preheat power adjustment menu for temp control. So I read the resistance. Now I'm going to set my preheat power adjustment. So I hold down the top navigational button and the fire button at the same time. I usually press the top button first and then press the fire button. So in preheat power adjustment for temp control, I can pretty much set this at whatever I want. I'm going to set it at 85 watts because I want my mod to fire at 85 watts until it heats up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to give it a time to heat up. It's probably going to heat up before this, so it doesn't really matter what you set it at, but I'm just going to set it at like 1 second, as long as it's over a half second. So for the first 1.03 seconds, it's going to hit at 85 watts, but it'll probably heat up to the temperature I've set it at before then, so it's actually just going to hit at 85 watts until it heats up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So that might not take a second. It might just heat up right away, but this is giving me more power in the beginning to heat the coil up to the temperature that I want to vape it at. So that's my preheat power adjustment. So I'm going to press the fire button to get back to the main screen. So 460 degrees Fahrenheit is what I'm going to be vaping at. So temp control is really cool because once your coil heats up and hits at that, it shuts off so that your coil doesn't get burnt out. So for the preheat power adjustment, I'm basically just heating up that coil to get to where I want it to be. It's a quicker way of heating it up. So anyway, so that is how you navigate the menu on the Sigelei 213. Main menu 1, 2, 3. Power mode is wattage 1, 2, 3. Stainless steel mode, stainless steel 316 for the Cleto coil, degrees Fahrenheit, and set it at what I want to vape it on. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you have any more questions, just come into Beantown and we can help you out. And that is the Sigelei 213 with the Cleto and half moon tip. Alright guys, have a great day.